Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome you all. Thanks for connecting with Accord Consultants. Hope you and your family is safe and taking due care. I am Abhay Pallikar, co-founder of Accord Consultants. I have about 15 years plus experience in HR and recruitment. So more about Accord Consultant journey. Accord Consultants is Manpower recruitment services firm based out of Pune, functioning from last 10 years and so, and catering into IT and non-IT industries across pan-India and abroad. We are also involved in various HR services like recruiter training, competency mapping, and soft skill training, to name a few training. In the success journey of Accord Consultants, we have placed more than 1,000 plus candidates in various verticals. During this current lockdown period, we thought of coming with online training module of our offline trainings. So we have conducted few free and few paid trainings on topics like personality development, email writing, CV writing, end-to-end recruitment, and we are also coming with many more such trainings. Now, without taking much of your time, I would request today's trainer and my colleague Mrs. Shivangi Dati to start with today's session. Over to you, Shivangi, and thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are taking utmost care of yourselves. I'm Shivangi Datir. I have around 20 years of experience into HR, and I have worked for around 12 years with various multinational companies, Fortune 500, onto head position, like head of human resources. And I'm associated with Accord Consultants since last 6 years. And we have been catering, as Sir said, into placements, and we are into HR policy design, we are into competency mapping, training being my forte. We take a lot of trainings from entry level to supervisory development and to recruitments, placements, HR journeys, everything. Okay. So the topic for today is fundamentals of recruitment. Basically, we will be targeting more on recruiter's role per se, whether it is organization you are working as a talent acquisition person, or it can be you working as a recruiter with some consultants, or you want to start your own recruitment firm. Okay, so I will just go to the basics, what recruitment per se basically means. Like recruitment, everybody knows we are from HR fraternity, we are from HR background. So the recruitment is nothing else. What it comes to my mind, to our mind, is like we are just attracting, screening, and convincing people to join some organization. So recruitment is nothing else but a simple process of attracting talent and putting it rightly, like right person, right place, right organization. Okay. A recruiter is someone who has those specialized skills. Like one needs to have specialized skills starting from first call we make to the last offer is being done and the person joins, because a lot of times it so happens that like when you're working with the retail sector or you're working with IT organizations, there are a lot of backouts which happen at last moment. So the person starting from the first call till the person makes the joining is the entire process of recruitment and onboarding. I would say that onboarding also comes into part of recruitment. And what is recruitment agency? Recruitment agency is nothing but like consultants like us who have more than like who have some clients, and we help to understand their business and cater them with good and competent human resources. Now, it is we generally think that like whether talent is so easily available or not. Somebody else is also joining. So basically, one more thing is like we always think that whether talent is so very easily available or not. Now it is basically recruiters' eyes on any of the portals or any of the databases which we see, or any of the areas where we see that okay, whether they have to 1 minute, somebody is joining in between, so I will just have. So it's not that very difficult that to hire someone, but it is very difficult to find out a right fit. It is not easy, that it is not that very difficult that you have lot of resources in place, but it is really very difficult that you need to find out the right talent. Okay. So now what are the benefits of being a recruiter, or maybe I would say talent acquisition specialist? So wherein we are more focusing on those who are working as freelance recruiter. So wherein we are basically focusing more on freelance recruiter. So you get more variety of work. You can pick up mandates as per your expertise. Like it is more of a flexible job. Like somebody we have around 15 participants, of which few are looking forward for being a freelance recruiter, or who are wishing to be part of some kind of freelancing activities. So for them, this slide is basically made like be part of a kind of a group, or you can be a freelancer wherein you have flexibility. You can work from home, you can increase the productivity based on the available time you have. You can also be in touch with the corporate worlds. Like it is very important that what are the economic things running in the world. So to be in touch with that particular thing, if you in any recruitment firm or you join as a freelancer, have a kind of a sustaining income. Like say every month with accord consultants, whatever recruiters we have, we at least like everybody gets the 20 to 25,000 every month if they are sincere in their efforts. Like you need to understand what the company is all about, what the organization you're working, how the clientele is, then what kind of CVs you are giving. You yeah, the work is very challenging, but if you take that challenge positively, and if you convert those mandates or the requirements into kind of closures and joinings, nobody can stop you from being a recruiter. So what are the benefits? Like it's a freelancing kind of a job. You can work from home, so it's not like even if the lockdowns or even if anything happens, we are working. So basically for us, we haven't stopped. We have our IT clients who are giving us a lot of good mandates. We are working on them, and there are a lot of other organizations. And now with this lockdown and the new scenario coming in, people will definitely go for something in from home. And Accord since last 10 years is into this model. So we need not wait for okay whether the person has laptop or not, whether the person has already he is part of the new world coming in. Okay, so first is like you can either be part of some recruitment firm and be a freelancer, or you can own your own firm. Another important step is like I personally believe when I was working with one of the Fortune 500 companies named EI DuPont, I started my journey as a HR journalist. But the first 1 year, I was being working as a recruiter only. Why recruiter? Because you understand the complete business of the organization when you work on every position. Per se, may it be a front desk position, or you are working for a chemical analyst position, or you are working for a production manager position. When you work for a continuous position, continuous mandates of any organization, you start understanding the business of the organization. Once you start understanding the business of the organization, you understand the sector, the entire sector. Like if I want to understand how IT works, then it is very much important for me to understand, okay, whether IT like IT has two things. One is in working, second is into software. Software also has another two branches. So I keep percolating down. So when I what I understand recruitment is, it's nothing. It's not you are not restricting yourself or confining yourself only to one function, but you are actually penetrating into a kind of a business. Okay, so now initially there were two. Initially, the recruitment was very conventional. Now the recruitment is contemporary. Like I would term it how it was before COVID and how it will be after COVID. Before COVID, like we used to generally go to through job portals. We used to the still the job portals and all the things will remain the same, but like definitely the employee referral or maybe walk-ins, these things maybe for a certain period of time till the situation gets normal, things may change. Like people may not go for walk-ins, but they will all these things may become digitalized, or there will be some amount interface, human interface, like direct one-on-one physical interface will reduce. But anyways, the life is not going to change. Day before yesterday only, I was attending a webinar of L&T of a consulting head, and Mr. Yogi Sriram, who is chief CHRO of L&T. So he was telling that they are ready to place around 60 graduate engineer trainees in L&T. So a question was asked, like how they are planning to roll out next year's recruitment. So for that, he said that we have our digital platforms ready when we will be doing our screening. So they are extensively using artificial intelligence to do the screening part. So all these things are going to come. So what was the traditional role? I think most of you are from HR background, so I will not go much into detail on this. But still, like those who are quite new, we have 2 or 3 participants who have just moved on to HR, or who have passion towards moving to HR, or who want to start being into recruit. Let me just explain them. What is the traditional role? Traditional role as a recruiter is basically create an employment opportunity within the organization as well as outside. Like when you work as a recruiter, you get a mandate from either, if you are working with the organization, then you get a kind of a requirement directly from the hiring manager or the process person in form of job description, which is a kind of a document, it's a systematic document or a control document. And if you are working as if you are working basically as a recruiter, you generally tend to get it from the client organization. So the first and foremost thing is, like once you get the job description, you should go to the website of the organization and try to understand what exactly the organization is into. What are the major vision statements? What are the core values? What are the ethics? All these things, like it's very important to understand the culture of the organization, because if you don't understand the culture of the organization, you just keep on posting down the CVs, you will end up giving 10 bunch of 10 CVs, but nothing is going to get shortlisted. So you need to understand the requirement in crisp way, but in detail. So go to the job description, go to the company website. If required, talk to the hiring manager directly, to technical heads, because a lot of time in IT or maybe in some manufacturing organizations, you have to talk to the technical heads also. So then based on that, you go for screening. So for screening purpose, you can use all sorts of sources, like internal sources, external sources. Most of you are from HR background, so you must be understanding what are the internal sources. Internal sources are job referrals, IJPs and all. External sources are like, now social media is extensively used, AI is used. So these all are the sources. Then for niche position, maybe at times you have to do head hunting. Anybody speaking, please mute your. So headhunting, then you have to market the position as for like to the candidate. Sometimes you have to market the market for the organization also, coordinate with the client. See, I would say one of the best skills, or one of the most required skill for any recruiter, whether you are a recruiter or you are an external recruiter working as a consultant, you need to have excellent coordinating skills. On 10-point scale, it has to be somewhere around 8 or 9. If you don't have those coordination and communication skills, please sharpen on those skills. Otherwise, and analytical skills. So these 3 skills, I would say, or competencies, are very, very important for any good recruiter to excel in his or her job. Then you have to, if the candidate is offered, then you follow up for the offers and all, and then work out on the CTC. At times you may frontly to negotiate with the candidate or negotiate with the client. Then maintain, like most important, what happens is, like once we source the CVs, we forget it. So it's always good to have our own database. You as a recruiter should understand, okay, if this particular candidate is not fit in this organization, he can be a fit for some other similar organization. Like in IT, it happens a lot of times. ASP.NET position, it can be rolled out anyway. Similarly, even in what you say, when you are working as a recruiter for any organization, there are generic positions. say a front desk kind of a position. Same person can be utilized for customer support, giving some kind of trainings. So you need to have that particular database in mind. So you need to basically develop that particular database, have some folders in place. If not, you can use some softwares and diluters also, filters, diluters, to maintain your database. This is not going down. Now what is the contemporary role? The role remains the same. The skill set keeps on changing. Initially, it was more of a coordinator. It was more of a communicator. Still, those skills and those things come into place. But as I said, you have to be excellent learner. It is need of an hour today that everybody should understand how to use all these digital platforms. We are using Zoom right now. We should know how to use Facebook Live. We should also know how to do broadcasting. So all these things are of vital importance. Like you have to basically understand, you have to be a continuous learner. Whether you are into a kind of any settings, whether you are into consulting settings or freelancing setting, or you are into a kind of organizational setting. Every day is a new challenge these days. So you have to be a constant learner. You have to be excellent planner. You should know, you should have a to-do list. You have to be advertiser. You have to advertise that organization to the candidate, that candidate to the organization. So then only the win-win will happen. You will have to be good explorer, analyzer, marketer, counselor. Counselor role plays is very important for basically a recruiter. You have to a lot of time counsel to the candidates why you should go into this particular role. Educator, networker, assessor, negotiator. No negotiator, because at times you are not doing nothing else but you are negotiating with the candidates to accept the offer in whatever you try to show the good part of the organization. But once again, you have to be honest. It should not happen that you are showing a wrong window or a wrong impression of the organization. Whatever you know, be honest with that. Document customer relation, because you are directly talking to, when you are talking as an internal person, you are basically you are talking to your internal customers. So you have to be very upfront with them. You have to be IT expert, and as I said, you have to be digital also. You need to have digital technologies knowledge also. I don't know. So learner is basically learning about industry, market, JDs, options available, process. Planner is like what, where, when, why, how, who. All these for 5, 6 W's and 1 H. You have to be very much onto it. Like what is the position, where is the position. Lot of times we have a position in say Bangalore, and then people are first they say that okay, they are in Delhi and they will be relocating to Bangalore, but at the last moment they'll say no. So you have to ask like where, why you want to relocate. All these questions you have to ask. So this is nothing else but the recruitment process flow. As a recruiter, when you are working as a freelancer or when you are working as a uh, head of any organization, the first and foremost thing is like you have to do the sign up. Like we generally go with the employment proposal, then we have to fix down on some rates. Once we fix down on the rate, we get the requirements. Once we get the requirement, we do the job analysis, or as I said, we try to understand the organization and the requirement. We talk to the technical heads, the HR people. We have joint calls with them and try to understand the roles, the competencies required to perform that role. Then we do a kind of a search plan. So for generally for a junior level positions, or maybe for a retail kind of a position wherein you are working for mass recruitment, we use Indeed or those kind of job sites where you don't need very high skilled kind of uh, labor or high skilled kind of people. You can use that kind of platform. You can do job postings on various job sites. You can also have a kind of your own mass mailing thing happening, or you can use social media like Facebook or LinkedIn or any other social media sites wherein you can post this thing. For a senior level position, we have to go for head hunting, wherein you can use LinkedIn as one of the tools, because there you get the complete competency analysis also. Then you have to actually, when you get the JD and when you download the CV, you have to ask very specific questions to the candidate. Once you have your skill set ready, you whether his skill fit, role fit, profile fit, what history he has, all these things. Then you have to brief the candidate about the company, organization, share the JD, the website and all. Once this is being done, you share the profile, and then you know, most of you know, once we share the profile, the interview happens, the offer is released. Then comes the twist, like the offer is released, and then whether the candidate joins or not. So there are a lot of skills which are required, wherein you have to make the candidate, most of the times it is recruiter's role, where you are nothing else but a seller, wherein you make a person join the organization in a way like you explore whatever skills are available, you coordinate, you convince the candidate, showing the good part. You try to tell them, okay, where the things are negotiable, why he should negotiate upon. And at the same time, at times you may have to tell to the client also, like, okay, you cannot waive off with this candidate. So the candidate has very niche kind of capabilities or skills and competencies. So you have to make a gel of both. You have to make the situation win-win, like wherein if they both win, then only you will win. Okay. Okay, so customer relations, what are the customer relations like? Because we, now here I will take it both ways. It is internal customers as well as external customers. If we talk about internal customers is basically because we have a lot of people who are working as HR managers with some organization. And for those who are working as a freelancer or gift, or basically you want to work as a freelancer, you have to treat everybody as a customer. And for those who are working in the organization, you are serving your internal customers, like your hiring manager, your team, your management, everybody is an internal customer. So these are normal terms. Always serve with smile, because they are your customers. They're going to give you bread and butter. You understand and empathize. Empathy is very important. We have to empathize people. You have to assure that whatever you commit, you do. Like if I say that I'll be giving you CV, or I will be providing you my service by today in 24 hours, make a point that you give your services in 24 hours unless there are unavoidable circumstances, and you deliver the best quality. Because see, once again, we are dealing into service business. We are not into commodity business. We are into service. So the quality, why Accord has a name and why we are able to place more than like we have more than 10,000 offers given in last 10 years. The basic reason for having this is that we gave them quality services. If we say that, okay, we are going to give you CVs, good CVs in next 2 days, we have given them in 24 hours itself. We are in constant touch. Like even in lockdown times, we still talk to our clients. And even if you are working internally with any organization, try and make a point that you talk to the smallest of the person in your organization, whether the person is a kind of a housekeeping person, whether a person is at a middle level management or a senior management. So you have to be, HR is a sounding board. So whether it comes to recruitment or whether it comes to any function, you have to be consistent in the performance. What happens mostly, like it's like a marginal utility curve. Initially our tempo is very high, so for first 2-3 months we are very high, and then if you continuously don't get closures, your tempo goes down. No, you don't have to. It's very challenging job, but take those challenges into right spirit. I'll give you one example. We have a IT client. Last year we placed around 10 people. 10 people were offered, but none of them joined with them. But still, we cannot stop our services with that client. We have to continuously give them. and friendly relations beyond tight business relations. So yeah, we are friendly. Friendly relations is what, nothing else but the, like, when you have any festivals, just send them some e-greetings or something. If you have birthdays, you know their birthdays, greet them. So these are certain gestures which definitely account for a good uh, kind of recruiter or good HR person. Now, I would say that talent acquisition or talent retention rather begins with talent acquisition. Now, just empathize, like you are a candidate, and if I give you a call, and if my voice is not that very confident, or it doesn't give that kind of gesture, I'm very down and talking to, hello, am I talking to this person? The voice itself, I would say that the first call of any person going to the candidate creates the everlasting impression for the organization. So the first call gives you the feel good factor. The first call should give a feel good factor. The second thing is, like, once you give a call, you have to make sure that you are communicating the complete understanding of the organization and the job description in nutshell. Then you share the details of the job description, and you share the details of the job description as well as the company details also. So you are creating a kind of a comfort zone. And even if the CV is not shortlisted after you share the CV, most of the time HR people or consultants fail to go back to the candidates and tell them why the candidate who is who is in need of job keeps on following up with you, and then you give an answer. Better, we have to be proactive rather than being reactive. Why somebody has to call if somebody is not uh, selected, his CV is not selected, or even after interview the person is not selected, we should give a genuine reasons, or we should mail the person. That gives a kind of a professionalism. So this is like during the recruitment process, I think most of the make or break decisions are made, like whether I want to join the organization or I don't want to join the organization, starts with your first call. Then after selection, most of the times organization fails with a good induction process. Why people leave the organization? Though this is not part of recruitment, I will take it as a part of consultant's job, as a recruiter's job, because we are abided by those 90 period replacement clause. If the person leaves within 90 days, we have to give the free replacement. So this is for those also who are actually right now working as HR managers with the organization. You need to have a very good induction or onboarding system. While I was working as a HR manager, I used to ensure that the first day has to give that feel good. The first 7 days, we had made a wellness check policy of 70, 30, 90. First 7 days, then first 30 days, and then 90 days. If these first 7, 30, and 90 are taken care of, believe me, nobody is going to leave you. And the same thing a recruiter can also do. After the person joins, call him on the 7th day, call him on the 30th day, and call him on the 19th day. You will also get a feedback about the client, and your backout ratio will go down. Now, current trends in recruitment are basically e-recruitments. As I told you, like most of the organization post-COVID will be going down for e-recruitments. They will go for uh, even now also, when you have recruitments happening for across India, then they do this. They use Skype interviews. They use other platforms also. But now it is going to increase extensively. But believe me, the silver line in this cloudy atmosphere is that when I am attending a lot of webinars, what I am finding out is, in India, at least in India, hardly any companies are doing job cuts. Like good organizations are doing job cut. And second is, even if they're doing job cuts, their recruitment plans are still on. Like I can give you example of L&T. As I told you, I had word with the person. I have few organizations also, they are cutting down on salaries, but they are not cutting down on the hires, and it is just a cyclical phase. So maybe in an year or so, once again we will come into boom. So why not prepare right now? So e-recruitment is coming to will be something on platter now. Video conferencing, mobile screening, gamification tools, all these things. Like gamification is also coming a lot. We also use gamification tool is also part of personality assessment. Like we, as Accord consultants, we have lot of personality assessment tests of our own. So these particular tests enable us to find out the right fit of the organization. These are online tests and costing from excuse me, starting from 700 rupees to 1500 rupees based on what kind of test you are going for. So we sell to a lot of organizations who are doing hiring, and these also help them to enable that they are doing the right fit for the organization. It gives you complete analysis of the skill set of person to be required to do the job. Like for example, I can give you, we have a client who uses this test extensively for that middle level and senior level professional. Once they have 3-4 shortlisted final candidates, they take this online test, and a complete competency analysis of the person comes, like starting from the before analysis, what is the leadership skill on 10-point scale. So if the person requirement is say 8 on 10, if he is on 4, then he is outrightly rejected on it. Then ethics, integrity, there are around 20-25 competencies on which this personality test is assessed. Like you get assessment on this 20-25 competency. Job sites. Now job sites on leveraging basis is something which is coming up new. Leveraging basis is what, like 3-4 people, they get together, they invest some amount. So like if you want to buy Naukri.com right now, it is nothing else but like you have to invest around 2.5 to 3 lakhs. So I alone, like I don't have that confidence, like whether I should go for, I don't have handful of clients, or I am not very certain about whether this will really work out or not. So now people are doing this on leveraging basis also. Social media is used extensively, like LinkedIn and Facebook. Augmented reality is like AI. As I told you, artificial intelligence, like some pre-programmed things are used, like pre-programs are used, wherein some kind of screening is happening at large. Like when you have like GETs to be done, L&T is using this extensively, like 500 people applying, AI will put some questions and then the screening will happen. So this is our team, and Radhika, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know whether she's there or not, but we are in Pune, and yesterday we had heavy storm and there was some problem with her internet, so today she is down. So she is the founder, she founded Accord Consultants in 2010 and she is MD. So all credit of whatever Accord is today goes to her. Then we have Mr. Abhay Parlikar in our team, who basically heads recruitment. He is based out at Aurangabad, and he was the one who introduced complete Accord Consultants in the beginning. And then we have Kundan, Mr. Kundan. He sits in Jaipur. So like that's what, like we as a consultants, we are not confined to what area. Like right now also me and Radhika are almost 20 kilometers away from each other. We saw each other after almost 10 years. Like so, when I talk of freelancing, you can be anywhere in the corner of the world and you can continue with it. So that is the golden piece of being a freelance recruiter. I think the session will end because in the maximum limit